Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. I'm an author and an editor. I have 10 books out currently. We're gonna be doing a writing vlog, kind of like weekly style, just kind of depends, we'll see. I've been doing a lot of them for this particular book. I think this will be the 5th vlog. So I think I'm just gonna put them in a playlist at this point. I'll link it down below if you want to catch up on the other ones. We're working on what's gonna be my 11th book, calling it Gracie's book. First book in a new standalone interconnected series, contemporary romance. We're writing the rough draft. I'm so sorry for the little break I took between the last vlog and this one, because that break, that's when everything happened, which would have been interesting for you, but I'll catch up. Let me show you my graph. So this big spike, as you can see, I think this was when we were doing the last vlog. So I had a great 5K day and a couple of, you know, whatever, I literally logged 100 words this day. But then I had another 5K day, then just over 1,000, and we just got started for the day. So we've written 200 words so far, but look at where our total word count is. We are almost at 70K. We're gonna hit 70K today. Once upon a time, I thought this draft would end at 65K, and then I thought it would end at 70K. No. I have at least 9 more chapters to write. We have at least another 10K to go. It's fine. This is good. You know, I was hoping to wrap up this rough draft sooner than now, but this is good because this will be less for me to do in revisions, because I always end up adding a ton to my rough drafts. So the longer a rough draft is to begin with, the less work it's going to be to fix later. So because I'm such an underwriter, that's usually one of my biggest problems. So like, I'll take it, it's fine. So yesterday, didn't get a ton of writing done, read about 1,000 words, but I did a ton of brainstorming, and I basically like outlined everything that I need to write till the end of the draft. So yeah, happy Tuesday. Oh, it's gonna be so sunny and nice today. Damn, I feel like I should take advantage of that and not just like sit here writing all day, but I also am like in the zone and I really just want to focus on this. So we'll see where the day takes us. Something that's actually been helping me out so much, if you've watched my previous vlogs, you've seen me like need to get up and move in the middle of writing, and I feel like that like movement, getting my blood pumping, is what keeps my brain like active and allows me to keep being productive and write all day long. So this fits in perfectly because they're actually sponsoring today's video. It's got an Ancheer walking pad, which I'm like the queen of exercise equipment. Everywhere I've been, I've like gotten something, and then I leave it behind for my renters when I move along to the next place. So I used to have a treadmill desk, I had an elliptical, I had all of my weights and stuff, and I don't have any of those things here. I didn't bring them with me. So when this company reached out about partnering on their walking pad, I was super thrilled because I've been wanting to get one of these for myself anyway. So what I've been doing is I sit here and I write, and when I either finish a scene or I finish a chapter, or I'm just kind of like stuck and I feel like I need to think through things, I need to brainstorm, I need to problem solve, I'll get up and I'll go walk on it, and that usually fixes whatever the problem is. For now, I just have it right here. You can see I have my little like standing desk thing set up over here because I also turned it that way yesterday and I was walking on it while I was editing my podcast over there. I don't know how well the size like really shows in the video clip. It's smaller than I was expecting in like a good way. I was worried it was gonna be too big, but it's so short I can just slide it under my couch or under my bed when I'm not using it, which is really, really nice. And it comes with this little remote. I believe the highest it'll go is 4, yeah, 3.9. But I've just been really loving being able to hop over and do like little 10-15 minute walk increments. It's been helping with my productivity. I feel like that's why I've been able to write so much lately, and it's also just helped me get like movement in. I've been getting like 15,000 steps a day just from like coming over and doing little 10-minute walks every once in a while. I was also walking on it while I was watching The Bachelor last night. So I'll have them linked down below if you want to check them out. It was super easy to set it up. You literally unboxed it, plugged it in, that's all you had to do. No assembly or anything, which I love. Overall, I'm just really happy with it so far. I've used it pretty much non-stop since it got here. It's also on sale right now, so would recommend grabbing it if you're interested. I'll have all their info linked down below in the description. I just started a new scene in the manuscript, so we're gonna get back to writing. He wants us to be done for the day. Do you think we're done? I had to move my keyboard down to here. Mr. Dane, we are past 71K, written over 2,000 words today. Filmed a video for Patreon on Facebook ads, and now it's about 5 o'clock. I think I'm gonna get a workout in. The Bachelor is on tonight, even though it's Tuesday. It's one of those extra dramatic 2 episodes a week weeks, so that's my evening plans. I'm really enjoying this book. I was really enjoying it at the beginning, but now I'm really enjoying it for completely different reasons. I haven't read a contemporary in what feels like a really long time. Dean's asking for his dinner. And when I first started this book, I feel like I was really enjoying it because it was so lighthearted and fun, and the main character is like really funny. Being in her head is really entertaining. She's like really melodramatic, and I just like enjoy writing from her point of view. She's also a character who appears in one of my other books. You don't have to read that one to read this one, but the last time I wrote her was in the anti-relationship year when she was a freshman in college, and now I'm writing her after she's graduated. So I always enjoy doing that when I get to, you know, go through that much growth with a character, especially in those like such formative years. So getting to return to her character in a new age and like experience these new things with her, like it's just been fun for all of those reasons. But then also, now that I'm getting towards like the end of the book, where hopefully, you know, this character arc has completed and she's changed some more, I honestly haven't felt this way. I don't know how to put this into words. I haven't felt this way, I don't think, since like my first book, since the Anti-Virginity Pact, because there are pieces of me in all of the books that I write. Nothing in my books is based on anything in my life. Like there's never a character or a plot point that's like directly from my life, but that doesn't mean it's not influenced by me, and it doesn't mean I don't like put little pieces here and there that I weave in with the fiction. So there's, you know, there's me in there, of course, and I think that's more true in my contemporaries than my fantasies. There's definitely still stuff of me in the Marionettes series, but those ones do lean more towards fun. And then I don't know, my contemporaries, not to get like too deep and too into it, I feel like are a way that I kind of process things in my life. It's how I like work things out, and that's been the case for all of my contemporaries. The Anti-Virginity Pact, Anti-Relationship Here, Broken Perfect Lies, all 3 of them I could point to exactly like what it was that I was trying to process and like go through my life at that point. So I don't know, it's been really interesting getting towards the end of this book. Like I'm seeing more of myself in this book than I was expecting to. It's cathartic in a way, and it's just not something that I've experienced with a book in a while because I was so focused on the Marionette series for so long. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I think it just comes from the way that I approach writing in general. I publish books because I have to, because I live in a capitalist society and I have to make money to survive. But I don't write books to publish them. I write books for me. I would be writing them even if I weren't publishing them. It's just kind of like how I make sense of the world and myself and other people. Like it's just how I process things. It always has been. Like I really approach them from an artist and creative aspect first, and then I turn on my business brain and try and like figure out, okay, like how can this sustain me? So I don't know, this is kind of a rambly way. Just this has been really fulfilling to me, I suppose. It's been very satisfying to me in an unexpected way. And the reason why I say I haven't like really felt this since my first book, there's like I have felt it to a lesser degree in other books. I feel like a lot of writers could relate to their first book being their most personal, or their first protagonist being the most like them, or just like not even, I don't even want to say that because I don't necessarily feel like that's true for me. But the Anti-Virginity Pact is definitely personal to me, like deeply personal in a lot of ways that my other books aren't. It's not autobiographical, it's fiction, but I did live through a lot of that kind of stuff. And I feel like once you write one book like that, where you just kind of like get whatever that story is that you need to tell like out of you, then you can like further distance yourself and start to write other things. I just feel like that's a pretty common experience with writers. They'll have one book that they like need to tell this story to like get it out, and it kind of clears space for them to branch out further and like tell other stories that are further removed from themselves, if that makes sense. At least from like the writers that I know, I feel like this is a pretty common experience. So it's odd to me coming up to my 11th book that I like still have this capacity to like make this so personal. Which is also why for me it's difficult it's dangerous to allow your books to be this personal, because then you put it out to the public and the negative opinions and criticisms can feel more personal than a book that is less personal. So maybe that's why publishing poetry was like the worst for that for me, and like feeling like this was too deeply personal to allow people to criticize. And then the next step up from that is like my contemporaries, and then the Marionettes series. Like, it still hurts when people say things that aren't very nice about those, but going back and publishing this one after being in my like safe zone of publishing vampire books for a while is going to be interesting for a lot of other reasons. I have a lot of other like anxieties and like nerves about this book in particular. I think I've talked about that a little bit on Patreon. I don't know how much I'm going to get into that over here, at least not right now. Anyway, for whatever reason, I just wanted to chat with you guys about that today. I don't know if I'm going to write any more tonight. I will update you later if I do. If not, see you tomorrow. My face is so red. I just got home. I walked down to the post office to drop off some packages because I've been getting some TikTok shop orders, which is exciting. But then TikTok shop is also like, you have to ship these within like 2 days or it like cancels the order. So I was like hurrying, packing them up, and I could have just gotten them picked up, but I figured it would be an opportunity to go for a walk, not realizing there was a wind advisory, and it's like not that cold. I wasn't that cold. It's just like I was getting hit in the face with wind, so that was enjoyable this morning. Yeah, I can't remember if I said that in this vlog or the previous one. You can now get my signed poetry collections on my poetry TikTok, Poetry by Katie Wismer. You can also find them on my website, but they're probably going to be cheaper if you buy them through TikTok, because TikTok offers their own promotions and coupons and free shipping and stuff. Walked down there. Today's Friday, if I didn't say that. I can't remember the last day I filmed a clip for you. I think it might have been Tuesday, which was the 13th. Since then, gotten a decent amount of writing done. I have a really long to-do list for the day, so my goal for writing is just to get at least 1,000 words. Then I also want to spend at least 30 minutes just doing some like brainstorming for some upcoming books. I want to try and start scheduling that in so I can just start like chipping away at that. I don't think did I talk about that? I have such a bad memory. I can't remember what I said on YouTube and what I said in a Patreon vlog. I have done some math and some figuring out that if I write like 600 words a day, I could write all of the books that I want to write this year and get them done, which makes it sound super doable. Obviously, I'm not going to actually write every single day of the year, but I do feel like if I just start like penciling in like 30 minutes every day to work on those other books, like I feel like I'll get more done than I realize if I just keep penciling it in a little bit every day. So if all goes well, I would like to finish 3 books this year. So we're gonna keep writing Gracie's book, Rough Draft, and then in those 30-minute windows that I leave for myself, I'm gonna be like outlining and brainstorming and getting started on the other 2 things that I wanna write. I think that's it as far as updates go. I'll show you my graph for the last couple of days. So this, I believe, was the last day I updated you, just over 2,000 words. I don't think I wrote anything on Valentine's Day. And then yesterday about 1,300. Haven't written anything yet for the day. So we are currently walking. Been on here for like 20 minutes. I'm going through and I'm downloading TikToks that I never cross-posted, so I can put them on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, both on my main accounts and like my second accounts elsewhere. So basically, I'm downloading the TikToks, uploading them everywhere, adding captions, titles, and I'm gonna schedule them for at least the upcoming week so I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I schedule like a month out in advance though. And it's basically like a lot of scrolling and stuff on my phone, so it's easy to do while I walk.
Just a dream, just all in my head. Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winners know? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known try my best to move on.